What's going on, everybody? We are back with another video. At the end of our last video, we were working on finishing up the C10 short wheelbase conversion. We did our C-notch and our boxing plates and our flip axle kit and of course drop shackles. What we still have left to do, still need to grind these welds and make our boxing plates for this area as well, and a fish plate to mount on the inside, and still need to remount the gas tanks. We're going to finish cleaning up this back half of the frame some as well, get a little coat of paint on it. Once we get that done, it's time to kind of start on the front end. I'm gonna pull the front end apart because we're gonna have to modify the front inner wheel wells, and we will have to start tearing our suspension apart to rebuild the front suspension. I've ordered some more parts. We're about to do an update on the price. So actually, speaking of, let's go ahead and do that. Show y'all where we're at on our budget build right now. After our new total, our new parts, we were at about $498 on the last video. I had not added up the metal we had ordered or bought. That was about $22.39. I got about 4 cans of rattle can, 2 cans of primer, 2 cans of paint. That totaled about $57.73. And then I have ordered our drop spindles and our drop coils. I know I'm doing budget, but these are just eBay ones. They're not the most expensive. So the drop spindle and drop coils are $275, $75. So that puts our total, our grand total right now, $854.83. That's what we're into this build for so far. I'm trying to keep this build, not keep it under 5K. But we'll see what happens. I mean, that's the goal. I mean, when I say we're doing a budget build, I mean, it's $5 grand's pretty fair budget, and especially to make a nice truck. I'm talking nice paint job, wheels, tires, all this interior. We're trying to do it all best we can on a budget and make it nice. But the goal is around 5K. Right now I'm dealing with just my GoPro thing just shut off again. I don't know what the issues with this thing is, why it does that. Anyway, my replacement camera for the one that fell and broke is on its way back. So hopefully here soon I'll have it. So right now, I've got the day to work. I know I'll be getting called out tonight for work. It's just, like I said, we're just crazy busy. So we're going to work on getting the gas tanks remounted first, and after the gas tanks are mounted, we'll go ahead and fab up our other little boxing plates and stuff like that. I said then we're going to be tearing apart this front suspension. One of the things we will be doing coming up soon is our inner wheel wells. As low as we're going, our tires will rub the inner wheel wells. Like I said, we're doing this on a budget, and one of the options is well, it's not really an option, but I mean what some people do for this whole inner wheel well issue is they will you can buy, I think it's Slosh Tubs is the company, and it's a fiberglass inner fender, but they're like $400. There's a little bit of an easier way to do it. Like I said, we're going to pull the fenders off. We're going to take a 4-inch section out of part of the inner fender here, literally just raising the mounting lip for the wheel well up about 4 inches. This side is no real issue. I mean, of course, you just got to work out around your hood latch mount, which is not that big of an issue. Have to relocate your battery a little bit, so that won't be too bad. I've not seen many good videos on it, so I know I kind of blew through the the short wheelbase conversion, but that's been covered a lot. I'm gonna go a little more in depth on doing this, what we're gonna do to make it nice and match up. One of the few things you do, the driver's side is easy, passenger side gets a little trickier, and that is because of your AC condenser and motor. You can see we don't have but maybe an inch or so right there. So raising that section up, I'll have to clearance and mark around all this. Here won't be too bad. We'll be able to come up probably, I don't know, a couple inches. We'll probably have to make a little bit of a recess. We'll have to modify this one inner fender a little bit more. But it's doable. We'll get that part done. I still need to pull this off too. We're gonna have to body work that. I don't know how they bent that. But anyway, that is the plans for currently on this video. We'll see how far we get. A little behind on content. I didn't get my video out till literally as I come out here. I think it literally just posted Friday morning, 11 o'clock. It finally uploaded. I spent last night and this morning working on it. So I'm actually behind on getting content out. But regardless, let's get back to work on this budget build, man. Let's get what I can done while I'm home, because Lord knows I will be going off to work here in a little bit. Besides all the reroute traffic, being that it's hunting season and college football season around here is a big thing. Come the weekends, which I said it's Friday, everybody lays off work. There's guys who are just laying off to go hunting and watching football, and of course that screws over the rest of us who stay on the board and work, because then we have to work more. But ain't no use bitching about it. So let's get to work mounting these gas tanks. Mount turned out to be easier than I thought. Luckily on this side, these are the original 2 gas tank mount tabs. So when I done this little cut here, it left them, so I just had to get my spacing come straight down, which is they're 4.5 inch wide and 4.25 down centered. When you come back in here with a welder, I'm got a little undercut, so I just need to fill in a little bit more with weld. This side here is fine. So but now, since I've got those, I can figure out my actual, and I can't even talk, my boxing plate and the fish plate. I still got to grind the inside welds, but now I can make a boxing plate and account for these holes here, make bigger holes. That way we can get a socket through to mount the gas tank. So that's one of the things we had to compensate.
Yeah.
everybody. Got my little fish plates. These are just like 2 inch by 7. They'll go, hold on. They'll go on the inside of the frame, but essentially they're just gonna straddle the weld. I'll weld top and bottom, just, you know, be on the inside. And then we got our boxing plates made up. You see me drilling the holes. And then we'll get these welded in, and we'll weld these in. I made these narrow, that way they stay between the holes for the gas tank. It's just a little extra reinforcement on that long weld seam. I mean, the boxing plate itself would probably be fine, but you know, I like to err on the side of caution there. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get these things welded in, and then move on to our next thing. Not actually mounting the gas tanks yet. I just wanted to get the actual mounting location secured, and I got that because I'm gonna go ahead and replace the sending units and all that yada yada on these tanks. And driver's tank, I think I've got to get a new one anyway. So anyways, let's get back to work. Got our fish plates welded in. I'll reinforce that weld on that side. Now we'll get our boxing plates in, and we can call this section done. Well, let's just get back to it. Basically got these welded in. I do need to weld the bottom on the top side, on both sides of it. But other than that, they're in. I'm gonna call that done for now on that part. I hate welding upside down. I need to crawl under to do those. But between the fish plates, that boxing plate, that frame is, I'd say, stronger than the factory. I even had a couple spots it let me fill in on the back now. So yeah, definitely very strong. wouldn't be worried about towing or hauling anything with this, but I got a feeling this is going to end up being more of a weekend kind of play show truck, not, you know, high-end show truck or nothing like that, but you know what I mean. All right, but that's it on that part. So I guess now it's time to move on to something else. All right, y'all, I think the plan, we're gonna go ahead and just tear this front end apart and get that done. That way it makes it easier to go ahead and get to our front suspension, and we can clean up inside the engine bay real well and get ready to modify our fenders for the drop. Anyways, let's get to work. Well, just got called into work. I wasn't expecting it till like tonight sometime. But I guess I'm gonna stop for the day. And I'll be back here. It's Friday. I'll get down there Saturday morning, and it'll probably be Sunday evening or Monday morning before I can get back and do anything. Anyway, we'll be back to it when I get back. Hey guys, it's been a couple days. As you can see, background there, I'm sitting in my truck at work. Just got back to work. Literally, I got off the train last night, 12:30. Got home, took a shower, ate and all that. It was about 2 in the morning. Woke up this morning at about 10 o'clock. Was going to get out in the garage and seen that I was first out. There wasn't nobody for them to call. And we had a train on the way. So here it is, 2:45 in the afternoon, and I am at work. So it wasn't long after I drank my coffee and got good and awake, that they ended up calling me for work. So about to make another round trip to Atlanta. Hopefully, after I get back this time, I'll actually have some time and get out in the garage and we can get back to work on the square body. But let's get in here and get my paperwork and get out here and get on the train. All right, everybody, we're back. It's been a couple days. Just busy with work, unfortunately, so it's probably the first time I've actually got to get out here and do anything. And, I don't know. I think I started this video about 5 days ago now. Anyways, as you can see, we got another package in the mail. So let's get this thing opened up and see what we got. I know what it is, but it's our drop spindles. Came with a sticker. It's always the best part. Crown suspension. Let's see here. I ordered these and our drop springs at the same time, but I have no idea if I ain't got a notification that the springs have even shipped yet. So, well, I guess I'm wrong. The springs did ship. That's what these are. So I guess the spindle should be here today. There's our drop coil, one of them. All right, so we have a set of drop coils. Let me set these down over here. That's not the only parts we got. So we got a set of drop spindles on the way. Made a deal with a gentleman on a motor, and he's hooked me up with a couple other things. It's a good core. I think it had a blown head gasket. The only reason he pulled it. We're still going to do a garage rebuild on it, so I'll get a gasket set, go ahead and put new bearings and rings in it, and we'll throw her back together. Since we're going to have it apart, we'll probably put in like a mild cam. I will have to find an intake and all the accessories. It's just basically a long block. But same gentleman also gave me, come on, flip. Here I'm going to break everything. Got a nice dash benzel. I'm not sure the year this is out of. And, this one's not hacked up like our other one. Everything's in good shape. So we got better dash for our truck here. It's got this from a gentleman named Brandon. He's got a hood I'm going to be doing some work on for him for his square bodies. He's a friend of my son. But on ours, as a reminder, you can see where somebody's kind of hacked up this section of it. So this one's got either less miles, 54,000. Might have to change out the, I don't know, we'll have to see what we can do about the odometer reading on that thing. Get it back to what this one is. But now we can get back to pulling these fenders off, which first I think I need to clean up the garage a little bit. Then we'll worry about getting these fenders off and get to work modifying them. Doing our wheel wells, and I don't know if we're going to do the fenders first or go ahead and start doing our suspension rebuild. Probably go ahead and do our suspension, and then we'll worry about the fenders. Anyways, let's get the fenders off. First things first. All right, y'all, we got the fenders off and the inner fenders. So that's good. So, like I said, good news. Inner fenders are off, or fenders are off, both sides. Bad news, well, on this one, all the inner fender bolts came out except for one. Clip on the backside broke. And it's, I think, the one down there. Let's see. Yeah, that last one, the inner fender. So I might be able to get to that clip from the inside. This one here, every bolt is still in it. Every one of the clips on the inside of that inner fender, on the inside, every one of them broke. So I'm gonna try to get in there with like some channel locks or whatever, see if I can get a hold of the clips. If not, I'm gonna have to cut, I think it's 6 bolts, maybe more. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bolts. So hopefully I can get most of them off, but I got a feeling we're gonna have to cut some. It's just part of it. Anyways, but we'll worry about that a little later. I'm gonna get these moved out of the way, and we're gonna get the front end jacked up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna get the front end jacked up, wheels off, and we can start tearing into this front suspension. You know, you can see we're gonna clean up this cross member. It's got a bunch of gunk built up. I need to check on how much a rebuilt gearbox is and exchanging that one. That one seems like it's leaking a little bit. Like I said, when I build this, I'm trying to do it right. I want, when we sell it, I want to make sure somebody's got a good running vehicle. So, that being said, there's a lot of little things we're going to have to do. It's going to add up and eat up on our cost. But like I said, this is going to be something that anybody who has one of these C10s, you can essentially do this for about the same budget I'm doing. But, man, it's going to just cost you your time and some labor. A lot of emphasis on the labor, a lot of that. Anyway, let's get back to work there. I'll set up the GoPro, put it on time lapse, and we'll get this done. What's up, everybody? It is the next day. It's about, what time is it? It is about 5:15, and I've gotten absolutely nothing done in the garage today. Had to run some errands, like I said in a previous video. My mother-in-law's been staying with us. She had a hip replacement. I ended up having to take her home today, load up all of her stuff, and she lives over an hour away. So I had ate it part of the day, and then I've just been running some errands, hauling off trash, all the usual stuff. Didn't make it to Harbor Freight today, and show you what we picked up. Got 2 more of these magnetic holders, socket holders. I had got some new gear wrench sockets, so I wanted them to go in something. And my jack has been struggling here lately. It's just not seem like it's going up as high. Pretty sure it's low on fluids. I got a quart of hydraulic jack oil, but in case it's just going bad, went ahead and just got another jack, and this one's low profile. Since my car's slammed, this is going to be low. Should help us out there. And we picked up the Harbor Freight's ball joint tool set. That'll make life a little easier finishing up these control arms. So at the moment, I don't think I'm really going to get out here much more today. I'm just going to get this jack opened up, put together, and try to get some oil in the other jack. And hopefully that takes care of that. And then hopefully we can get back on this. Well, it won't be first thing in the morning. Unfortunately, I've got to take my Explorer into the dealership. Display on it, touchscreen display. It's been cutting in and out, so still under warranty, so I'm gonna let them pay for it, let them fix it. Anyway, let me get this jack together and we'll be back. What's up, y'all? It's been a couple days since we've been out here in the garage. I've been sick, the old lady's been sick, having to take care of the boy, our boy. I think it was her kind of little light food poisoning or something, not sure. We both upset stomachs and diarrhea, yada, yada, yada. So I have not got anything done. Today is Friday. I've been putting my videos out on Thursday, so I'm actually already behind. So I'll probably wait, as y'all are seeing this video, it's probably going to be 2 weeks in between. Anyways, I'm about to get back started. Only thing I've gotten done, well, let me just show you. So far, the only thing I've gotten done, we got the bump stop removed off this lower control arm and the ball joint pressed out. Getting ready to go ahead and try to remove this ball joint, which is, cutting the rivets and popping them loose. And then we'll work on getting the old bushings out on both of these. Once we get the bushings out, we'll get them cleaned up, painted, then we'll put in our new bushings, new ball joints and all that, which we got over here on the bench. So that's the plan. It's a rainy, kind of dreary day right now, so not sure how much I'm actually going to do or get done. Since I'm already going to be a week behind on this video, I'm going to take my time, I guess. Looks like work's kind of calming back down, so I should have a little more time out here. Or hopefully, anyway. But that's enough rambling. Let's get back to work so we can finish this video up. All right, y'all, we got the bushings out of both and both upper and lower ball joints. Torch was the easiest way. I done the torch on this one here. You see at the end I had to heat this up and bend it. I still need to bend it a little bit more. It's tweaked in. It was already bent in before I even started. I do have a little cleanup to do on this backside from where I hit it with air hammer. Nothing major, a little bit on both. This one here gave me a little trouble getting those off, but we got it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get these things cleaned up. Well, I still need to, ain't worried about it just yet, but I still gotta get these collars off both of these, which that won't be hard to do. But I've got to let this piece cool down where had heated with a torch, so I think I'll go ahead and just start wire wheeling this one and getting this collar here off. Once we get that done, we can get a little coat of paint on them and we can start reassembly. Fun stuff. I'm hoping, it's been a while since I ordered those drop spindles. I'm hoping that they're out for delivery today. Let me check. Because until those come in, there ain't only so much we can do. eBay. Gotta check. Yeah, Come on. Don't have the best service out here, especially on a rainy day. Might have to step outside for a second. Ugh. Come on. There we go. That is not the one I wanted. Bought a new tool I'm really excited about. My eBay purchases. As soon as it gets here, I can't wait to show y'all that. It's something I've wanted forever. It was a good deal on one. And we'll have to do a little modifying on it. All right, it says it's out for delivery. Cool. Of course, it's FedEx, and our FedEx drivers around here really ain't the best. So, ain't no telling when I'll get it and where they'll put it. But anyways, let's continue on, get these cleaned up, and see if we can get a coat of paint on them, and then we'll see about getting everything reassembled. Boy, I need to clean up. That rust dust is everywhere. It look nasty. Anyway, so we got these kind of cleaned up there. Mainly knocking all the loose scale. I ain't worried about getting them perfect, sandblasting them and all that. So, got my little paint shaker out. Got my primer mixed up, so we're going to give these things a coat of primer. Then I'll come back here in just a little bit and we'll get a paint on them, let them dry. Of course, while the paint's drying, we'll get the other parts cleaned up over there, the the cross pins and all that and get them ready to go. So I'm gonna get a coat of paint on those, finish this part up, and probably go get cleaned up here shortly. Anyway, let's keep going. All right, we got our parts primed. There's the arms there. Anyways, now let them dry up for a few minutes, and we'll get a coat of paint on them. All right, now we got a coat of paint on these lower control arms. They won't be this glossy when they dry. This is actually like a low gloss paint, so they'll dull up quite a bit once they finish drying. Anyways, but while those are drying, before we can reassemble them, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and come up here and start cleaning up this area here some. Might even go ahead and put a little bit of paint in this area as well. Need to get that shock off. So trying to decide if I want to invest in a rebuilt gearbox for this thing or not. I don't know what kind of shape this one's in, but it did look like it had been leaking. So it might be better to go ahead and just clean it up or swap it out while I can, while I got the front end off. But I do have a lot of cleaning to do on this front end. It's pretty nasty. I mean, you can see that cross member just covered in gunk, which I ain't that worried about doing that part yet, but we want to start off at least getting this a little bit more cleaned up, and we'll go from there. I left my shim packs that were already on there, so that hopefully that'll help us out with their alignment a little bit. Didn't see no point in changing it out. I know geometry's going to change some with this drop, but that should still keep us relatively close. Still waiting on the drop spindles to show up. They're not here yet, but anyway, while we're waiting, let's get to cleaning. See if I can get this real dirty again. All right, y'all, we kind of wire wheeled this side, as you can see. Then went ahead and kind of put a quick coat of paint just on the outside. I have cleaned up the center cross member some. But I still need a little more. Like I still got to clean up the front. I didn't do the inside. Sorry, camera's being difficult. Didn't do the inside of these rails yet. I'll get to those. It was mainly just kind of hitting the outside with a wire wheel. Light coat of paint on this one side. And you see, I've still got to do every bit of it to this side here as well. I always like to leave one side assembled if I can, just for reference going back together. You can see it didn't take long to get dirty again. But I like this implement paint, like on frames and chassis and suspension parts. There is a downside to it, and it takes it a while to dry. It's not a fast drying paint. These have been sitting here for probably about an hour now, and they're still tacky. I mean, they look good. They're starting to dull out a little bit, but it's going to take them a little while. So with that being said, and I'm still waiting on those uprights to get here, and then I'm probably getting called out for work tonight, I think. But so I can't start assembling the control arms yet till that paint's all the way cured. And of course the uprights aren't here, or the spindles aren't here, not uprights, spindles. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just end this video here for the day. I'm gonna go get cleaned up and go in the house and make some chili. Nice rainy, wet day. Chili sounds good. And yeah, I think that's it. When I get back, we'll hopefully be able to start assembling this side. Off camera, I'll do the other side, get it caught up and everything. But until then, we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Sorry it took a little while to get this one out. Like I said before, work schedule is very hectic right now. Not much I can do about it. It looks like it's starting to slow back down. We've got a few extra people who've transferred down here. They actually work that other line. They got wiped out and they're transferred over here so they can continue working while that section's rebuilt, but they had to qualify. They're about to mark up. And that gives us extra people, which will help us out some. Anyways, with that being said, again, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.